Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is very exciting. I'm really nervous. I finally got the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. I ordered this the day it came out, despite all of the reviews, and I have watched all of the famous beauty gear reviews, and unfortunately a lot of people's reviews were negative about this palette. However, I ordered it anyways because I think it's important that I try it for myself, and I was like, well, if I don't like it, I can always return it. I love the Modern Renaissance and I'm hoping I'll love this too. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews on this palette, but I just want to try it out for myself because I love the colors in this palette and I want this palette to work for me so bad. One thing I have to say though before starting this video, something that really bothered me about everyone's reviews was that they were holding the palette up and tapping on the colors and then they were dropping and complaining about the fallout, but who does their makeup while holding their palette up here? Like, I put my makeup on my desk and then I tap into my palette like that, but they're holding it up here and being like, oh, look at all the fallout falling down. Well, yeah, you're holding it in the air. I didn't quite understand that. I just feel like this palette kind of got a lot of negativity like for the views. I'm sure it didn't work for some people, but like I feel like everyone played up to be so much worse than it really is. But that's just my opinion. We'll have to see. I might hate it too. So this is what the palette looks like. It's that same velvety feel as the Modern Renaissance. I like it. I think it's pretty. When you open it up, these are all of the colors here. They're beautiful. I really like them. I'm so interested in like All-Star and Destiny and New Wave, and I'm just really excited. So I'm just gonna create a look today and let you know what I think of the colors, and I'll be reviewing the palette for first impressions as well. So if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe down below and like this video if you enjoy it, and let's just get started. So I'm going to start by priming my eyes with the Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Eye Primer. This is my favorite, and I also feel like it's good because it's going to be fair because I use it all the time, so it will really show me how these shadows work for me. I'm just so nervous to try this palette because I want to love it so bad, and I just want to not hate it like everyone else is hating on it. So I'm just going to quickly set my eye primer with the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Pressed Powder, and I'm just going to put this all over my eyelids. First, I'm going to dip into the color Dawn, which I'm going to use as a transition shade and just pop it in my crease. And I'm just going to take it on a big fluffy brush. I tapped into it. I totally just forgot that that you're supposed to be light-handed, and I just went in. That's my mistake. So I'm just going to put this color in my crease. It's extremely pigmented. It's a perfect transition shade for my skin tone. So I know that's only one color, but so far so good. I'm getting a lot of kick up when I tap into the shadow, like a lot more than usual, and I'm barely pressing. But they are supposed to be powdery, so what can you do? I'm not having any issues blending so far. Okay, so the first color is applied. Next, I'm going to dip into the color Roxy here and put this in my crease. And I'm just taking this shade on a fluffy Morphe blending brush. This color is really beautiful. Also, something to notice is I'm not getting any fallout on my face, which is really nice. I'm assuming that'll be more with the metallic shades, which I will use later. That's really pretty, and it's blending out really easily. I'm barely tapping into the palette, so you just get a lot of pigment with these. While I'm blending these out, they do remind me a lot of the Modern Renaissance, just the way they blend so effortlessly, and how pigmented they are. I'm just going to quickly go in with a fluffy Morphe E27 brush and just blend up the edges. Next, I'm going to dip into the color All-Star here, which is like a plummy purple color. And I'm just going to take this on an e.l.f. blending brush. There's hardly any kick up with this color, which is nice. And I'm just going to put this in my crease, but like a little bit lower down. Whoa, look at that pigment. Can you see? That's crazy. So I'm going to go back in with that Morphe blending brush and just blend out the edges again. Okay, so off camera I just spent about like 5 minutes, I would say, blending out this color. I think it looks okay. It was a little bit harder to blend than I would have liked it to be. So next, I think I'm going to go in with the color, I can't decide between Axis, Destiny, or Untamed. I think I'm going to go in with Untamed, just to be different because I feel like everyone uses Axis. So I'm going to go in with the color Untamed here. I'm putting my outer corner. And I think I'm just going to go in with the same brush just to make blending a little bit easier. So I'm going to take this color. This color Untamed is like All-Star as well. There's not a lot of kick up. And I'm just going to put it on the outer corner. Oh my goodness, that's so pretty. So this color is really beautiful, but what I'm noticing is that when it blends with the color from above, All Star, it kind of just goes like a brown, like dark black muddy color. There's no really gradient anymore. It just kind of looks dark. I don't know, like, can you see what I'm talking about? You just can't see really like the purple from All Star anymore. I don't know what happened there. I'm gonna go in the other eye and see what it looks like. But do you see what I mean? It just kind of looks like a dark smoky eye now. I don't know what happened. And it could just be me blending the wrong colors together. Maybe these two aren't the best to blend together. But it looks pretty. It's just not what I had envisioned. I'm going to blend out the edges and I'll be right back. Okay, do you guys see what I mean? Like, it just looks brown. You can't really see the difference between All Star and Untamed anymore. I'm gonna add a little bit more of All Star and see if that helps. So I'm gonna go back in and apply it to my crease. It's so easy to go into heavy. I'm struggling. Okay guys, I went back in and I blended out All Star and added a bit more, but is it just me or is it literally like gray now? Like it doesn't even look how it looked in the pan. This is All Star here and that's not the color on my eye. I'm gonna go back in one more time with Untamed and add it to my outer corner to try and get a gradient, but it just looks black to me. I'm really sad, you guys. Maybe I just chose the wrong colors to put together. I don't know. I guess it's pretty. It's just not what I thought it was gonna look like. Okay, there we go. I added it more. I just feel like it's so dark, but oh well, that's what we're working with. Okay guys, so next I'm gonna go in with the color Adorn, which is a really beautiful copper metallic shade. And I'm just gonna pick it up on a flat shader brush, and I'm also going to spray it with a setting spray to make it really stick to my eyes. Okay, so I am getting a little bit of fallout on my cheeks, but nothing that I can't just wipe off. The color is really pretty. Yeah, I mean, that's a really beautiful color. I think it goes with the look really nicely. I'm going to quickly wipe away this fallout a little bit. It does wipe away really nicely. It didn't stain my cheeks. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to quickly add my winged liner and then I'll be back to do the bottom lash line and to finish up the rest of the look. Okay guys, I'm back. So I added winged liner and I blended a little bit more. I think I'm starting to like it more. Now I'm going to go under the lower lash line. So for this, I want to take the color New Wave here. Not a lot of fallout with that color either. And I'm just going to put this on the lower lash line. Very pigmented. And I'm just going to go in with a fluffy brush and blend this out a little bit. And I'm going to go back into the color All Star here and just put in the outer corner of the bottom lash line. Okay, so next I'm going to take the color Cube here, which looks like a white, but from what I've seen in every review, it comes off as a pink. And I'm just going to pop this color in the inner corner of my eyes. And I'm just going to spray it with a setting spray because it's not really showing up. Yeah, it's definitely just a pink. I think it's a really cool color. I just wish it was a white because personally I would like to use a white on my inner corners rather than a pink. Like that's literally pink. I don't know if you can see it. It's not showing up that well. It's also not that pigmented. I feel like it's just a little bit chunky. I'm definitely not going to put that on my brow bone. It's not really showing up on camera, but it's very iridescent and pink looking. So I think this color would be really cool on the lid, but I'm just not a fan of it for the inner corner. It's not even showing up pink on the camera, it's showing up more white, but it looks very pink in person. It's definitely neat and interesting and different, but I just think I'd prefer a white. I'm not going to highlight my brow bone because I don't really want this color underneath my brows, so I'm just going to leave it at that. And I'm going to apply mascara and then I will be back. Okay guys, so I added some lashes and this is the finished look. So as for my thoughts on this palette, I'm not sure how I feel quite yet. I think I'm not extremely happy with the look I created, but it's just a lot darker than I was hoping it would be. This palette does have a ton of beautiful colors in it, and I think that I'm just not impressed with the colors I chose. I feel like there's other combinations that would have been a lot nicer and brighter and more fun. One thing I have to say that I didn't really like about this palette was All Star was kind of hard to blend for me. I didn't get that weird patchy thing that some people did in their videos. I just found it hard to blend the edges of it. However, all these shadows performed really well. I loved all the colors. Like I said before, I just don't know if I love the combination I personally chose today, but I'm not going to give up on this palette. I'm going to keep using it and trying out different combinations of colors to see what works for me. I still want to try Edge and Rowdy and Mercury and Axis and Destiny and Electric, and I just feel like I just need to give it more of a chance and just do a different look. I think I'm just kind of like upset with myself. I I don't know, I feel like I just kind of failed when it came to choosing colors. But overall, I think I got a good palette. I think there were maybe some batch problems, but I don't have any issues with mine. I really like it. Compared to the Modern Renaissance, I have to say I don't like it as much as the Modern Renaissance. I also don't like the colors as much. Modern Renaissance is like my all-time favorite palette. I love all the colors and I have no shadows that blend as well as the Modern Renaissance does. But I do really like this palette and I think it's worth giving it a chance. Whether you order it online and then return it if it doesn't work for you, or when it finally comes in stores, trying it out then and then seeing for yourself how you like it. I think it's going to depend on how you apply your eyeshadow and what kind of shadow you like and what colors you like and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, overall my final thoughts are I do like this palette. I'm just not incredibly happy with the look I created with it today. However, these shadows are beautiful, they're pigmented, they blend nicely for the most part, and I'm happy with them. So that's it for my video today. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below if you haven't already. I post new videos every Tuesday and Friday on my channel, so subscribe if you'd like to see more of me. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!